Nature, Nurture, Birth and Beyond, I teach pre and postnatal yoga and antenatal classes. So today I'm going to talk to you about birth balls. It's one of the first things I do, usually in a pregnancy yoga class, is make sure that everybody is using the right sized ball. So I'm going to talk to you and give you my top tips today on why to use a ball, how to use a ball, and some other tips along the way. So first of all, why use a birth ball? Well, first of all, it's going to ease any aches and pains that you have in pregnancy. It really supports a good natural posture. It feels really comfy to sit on, and when you get the right size, you sit on it and your back, if you've got aching hips or pelvic girdle pain, SPD, anything like that, or just an achy back. So when a woman sits on here, you can see the natural curve of the spine, and automatically I'm just sitting up straight. Second of all, it just activates your pelvis. Birth is all about baby moving down through the pelvis. Baby twists and turns on its way down, so any movement that you can do during the birth, so rocking your hips from side to side and circling around, is really going to help baby to move down. So if you've not done that all the way through pregnancy, through most of your adult life, which we don't, we sit on seats, in car seats, lots of things that are bad for our posture and keep us still. So when labour comes, your body might not have remembered how to move. So just by sitting on a ball kind of day to day and just rocking and doing what feels really comfortable, you're reminding your body about all those movements. So that's how it aids the birth. Also, you are strengthening your thigh muscles, which all link into your pelvic floor and your core strength as well. Okay, so that's why to use a ball. Second of all, how to get the right one. So first tip is don't search for birth balls, because as soon as you put birth or pregnancy related before anything, the price is going to double, triple. You can look at £30 or £40 for something like this that costs $7.99. So your search term is exercise ball. They are all anti-burst, so don't worry about that. You want to search for a 75 centimetre ball, unless you're quite small, unless you're under about 5'1", and then go for 65 centimetres. So that's go for a 75 centimetre ball, an exercise ball. Get it ordered. So number 3, how to inflate your ball to the right size, so getting the right size for you. So presumably you've ordered the right size. So you can see here, this ball is quite firm. When you're blowing it up, usually you're sent with a little hand pump that's going to take you forever to pump it up with. I use it's like a camp bed electric pump. You might have one lying around, or you might go to the petrol garage and use the tyre inflator there. Then you're going to really get the pressure in, because the problem with this is it doesn't get the pressure in right at the end. My tip is to actually blow into the ball, or get your partner to, for the last few breaths, to really get the tension into that ball. I'm going to show you here a ball that's not inflated correctly. So let me move that down. So I'm going to show you here. I hope you can see that my knee is above my hips here. I'm very low down, and what's happening here is my pelvis is tucking under, my tailbone is tucking under, and I'm collapsing down in on it. That arch of my back is not able to kind of sit up, so it's going to make your hips ache more and not give you the right posture. So that's when the ball is really too squishy. Okay, so you've got your ball pumped up to the right size. Now I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can use your ball. So first of all, just sitting on the ball, I usually take my shoes off because having a good connection with the ground, you can really feel your weight, and that really helps you with your balance. Second thing is where your knees go. So you can see I'm sat with my knees quite wide. It's like driving a car with knees at 10 and 2, hands at 10 and 2. So you don't want your knees, you don't want to be sitting in like a lady. Birth is about opening up your pelvis and letting baby down, and that should feel really comfortable and really stable. So yeah, when you've got your knees in, you kind of get a bit wobbly, and that's not good. So knees nice and wide, feet flat on the floor, and that's sitting on your ball. And you can just sit at the dining room table, at your office chair, just replace your office chair with a birth ball, and just sitting at your computer table at home. And just by sitting on it, you're doing loads already. You will find that you just naturally want to move around on it, and you can just do that. So the other thing you can do from sitting is a forward bend. So if you've got a nice chair or table in front of you, you just want to lean down rather than crunching in with your back rounded. Just keep your back nice and long, and then you can just let the weight of baby release down to the ground, and you can rest your head, and that feels lovely and relaxing. Next position I'm going to show you is using the ball to support you in all fours. So leaning forwards is great because it means that baby's going to get into a great position for birth. Being on all fours is a really useful thing to do for middle late pregnancy. So make sure your knees are comfortable. I've got a blanket here on the floor, and I'm just going to lean forwards over my ball, hug it in. So not up on your elbows. I see women doing this sometimes. So you've got a bit of tension going on here. You just want to really hug the ball in, collapse onto it, let all of your weight go. And again, you can rock from side to side. You should feel all of the weight releasing from your pelvis, and you can just breathe and relax for as long as you want to. So my final position for using your ball is to place it against a wall. So this door opens inwards, it's not going to go the other way. And it's going to support you in doing some squatting. Squatting is a fantastic thing to do in pregnancy and birth because it gives you 30% more space in your pelvis, or specifically at the base of your pelvis, so the outlet, letting baby out. So space is a good thing. Squats are a good thing, but we don't have as much muscle as we really should in our thigh muscles and our bum muscles. So some gentle strengthening can be really useful in pregnancy. Don't go over the top, but this is going to take some of the weight off your legs and allow you to gently strengthen without putting any undue pressure on. So I've got the ball at the base of my back, and I'm just letting my weight go onto it. The important thing is that you're not leaning forwards. You really want to trust the weight of the ball, let everything go, and then you can just begin to bend your knees and roll the ball up and down your spine. So I tend to link this in with the breath. So taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, releasing down, bending your knees. If it feels comfortable, you can go all the way to the bottom, and that can feel really comfortable. It could be a really nice position to birth your baby in as well, a squatting position. If you've not got much strength in your thighs, you're feeling a bit tired, you might need someone to pull you up to come all the way back up. So those are my tips for using a birth ball. Come along to a pregnancy yoga class with me, and I can check that you've got the right size. I can teach you some other moves to use. Check out some of my other videos, and yeah, put your comments below and let me know what you think. Ask any questions and I can do some more videos for you. Thanks everyone, bye!